The 2017 Jerusalem truck attack, which occurred on the 8th of January 2017, was a vehicle ramming attack. A truck driven by an Arab citizen of Israel plowed into a group of uniformed Israel Defense Forces (IDF) soldiers disembarking from a bus on the Armon Hanatziv Esplanade in East Jerusalem's East Talpiot neighborhood, close to the Trotner Park and UNTSO headquarters, killing 4 and injuring 15. Just hours after the incident, Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, blamed the Islamic State for the attack, raising questions about how he came to that conclusion. Opponents criticized the Israeli government for downplaying the political side. Later, the attack was claimed by an unknown Palestinian group called the Martyr of Baha Alyan collective, citing political motives. The attack was condemned by the United Nations, European Union, the United States and others. Attack. At around 13:00, a truck rammed into a group of IDF soldiers at a promenade in the East Talpiot neighborhood, southeast Jerusalem. 1 male and 3 female soldiers were killed and 15 soldiers were injured. Of those injured, 2 were in critical condition after the attack. Initial reports, including an account by the civilian tour guide who used his personal handgun to shoot at the driver, alleged that one of the soldiers hesitated before shooting, possibly as a result of the manslaughter conviction earlier in the month of SGT, El-Azaria, who had killed an incapacitated Palestinian assailant. Victims. The 4 fatalities were IDF soldiers studying in the Gov Officers School, 3 cadets and an officer. Perpetrator. A 28-year-old. Prime Minister Netanyahu blamed the Islamic State soon after the attack, stating, "All signs show he is a supporter of the Islamic State." The claims made by him just hours after the attack raised questions to how he came to that conclusion. Israeli Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman also drew parallels with Islamic State attacks in Germany and France. Opponents accused the Israeli government of downplaying politics. They claimed that Palestinian attacks are more motivated by nationalism rather than religion and considered Israeli accusations to be unconvincing for policymakers. Aftermath. Of 9 suspects taken into custody on suspicion of involvement, 5 were members of the perpetrator's family, his wife, parents, and 2 siblings. At 20:00 local time, Channel 2 reported that shots had been fired from the Jabal Mukaber at the Israeli Border Patrol. Channel 10 reported that Israel had started to put concrete obstacles around the village Jabal Mukaber. Accusations of reporting controversies. NRG stated that the title used by the BBC, driver of lorry shot in Jerusalem after allegedly ramming pedestrians, injuring at least 15, Israeli media report, was biased. Reactions. Israel. The Israeli cabinet decided that any person showing support for ISIS will be administratively detained. MK Yoav Gallant, member of the Israeli cabinet, in an interview stated to the army radio, "We should demolish houses and deport perpetrators' family, even if they have citizenship." Member of the Knesset Sharon Haskell, in an interview to the BBC, stated that the attack happened following incitements by Abu Mazen. Mahmoud Abbas. Prime Minister Netanyahu criticized the Palestinian Authority (PA) for not condemning the attack and also criticized Palestinians for praising terrorism. Defense Minister Lieberman meanwhile alleged that the attack was the result of the inflammatory sermons President of the State of Palestine Mahmoud Abbas had ordered imams in mosques to preach. Palestine. Hamas spokesman Abdul Latif Kanu called it a heroic act and encouraged other Palestinians to do the same and escalate the resistance. Quote, Islamic Jihad movement in Palestine termed the incident as a natural response from Palestinians to the ongoing Israeli aggression and its violent treatment of Palestinian people. Quote, International United Nations Special Coordinator for the Middle East Peace Process Nikolay Mladinov wrote on Twitter that my thoughts go out to victims of shocking #terror attack and #Jerusalem must be condemned by all. Absolutely no excuses, no justifications. Quote, European Union spokesperson for European Union Foreign Affairs Chief Federica Mogherini condemned the terror attack in Jerusalem. Norway's Foreign Minister Borge Brand wrote, my most sincere condolences to the families of the killed and my thoughts to the victims and their loved ones. United States Deputy Department spokesperson Mark C. Toner, we condemn in the strongest possible terms today's horrific vehicular attack by a terrorist in Jerusalem. There is absolutely no justification for these brutal and senseless attacks. We condemn the glorification of terrorism now or at any time and call on all to send a clear message that terrorism must never be tolerated. Quote, Germany. The Brandenburg Gate in Berlin was lit with the flag of Israel as a gesture of solidarity with Israel and the victims of the attack in Jerusalem.